Some very concerned Nigerians have written a letter to Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu asking him not to contest for the 2023 presidency, especially with what APC is doing to him right now. APC has adopted what we call the direct primary method, and with this method, report reaching us is that is a plan to ensure that Tinubu does not have place, and if this direct method comes on board, he may not win the election. He may not, is a conditional statement, win the election. So these are some of the things going on. And in light of this, some concerned Nigerians have written an open letter to him saying, "You are an elder. Okay, you have been a governor 2 times, you have been a senator in the 1990s, you have done well for yourself. At this time, we think you should be a mentor, to advise other young politicians rather than getting yourself in the game again. Does it really make sense?" So this is the question. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if this is your first time. Let's get all the details. Some concerned Nigerians have written an open letter to Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Please don't contest 2023 presidency. Dear Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, first, we would like to make it clear that we know you are not you've not publicly announced your plans for 2023 election, so you have not mentioned to anyone whether you will want to run for presidency someday or not. Each time the question pops up, you always defer it and instead ask the issue of the present, that people should focus and make that the main concern for now and not you. But in truth, we cannot ignore the elephant in the room. 2023 might be 2 years away, but in politics, it is just behind the corner. Tinubu, you have no intention. If you have no intention of running for presidency, then this open letter might not have its desired effect. If you, however, have set your eyes on the presidential seat, this is the time to have a deep rethink. You are one of the most influential politicians at the moment. If you don't know it. In fact, it is not an exaggeration if you are described as the biggest politician at the moment. Of all the governors who were in office between 1999 and 2007, you are the only one who had built a political dynasty worthy of envy. While others ran after senatorial seats, you sat back to plot your political expansion, starting with Lagos, where you were sure to hold your ground in the state, and has cemented your place. You gradually began to move your influence to the southwest. By 2015, you already had become so influential that you built a significant part of the emergence of President Muhammadu Buhari in Nigeria. Despite all this, it's still not enough for you to run for the presidency. If not, the effects on your brand the effects on your brand may be catastrophic if you don't pay attention. Despite not holding any political position since you left office in 2007, you have been more important to Nigerian politics without words being mixed. Some you have built office for. You are a kingmaker, and sometimes kingmakers are not meant to wear the crown, they make the king. If you contest for the 2023 presidential election, you may lose your ground. Nobody will take you seriously. You may never recover from it. The advice for you is that you should get away with that thought. Concentrate on who you are. Build your dynasty, so much so that you build precedent. This will take you far, and this will be the best strategy for you to adopt. You have built several politicians in the past who are loyal to you. Vice President Yemi Osibanjo is one of yours. You suggested him. What about the minister? Babatunde Fashola is another politician you built. Even outside Lagos, you are successful in your right. Don't spoil your way. So this is words to Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu, telling him that, well, you don't do well or you don't try you, but not spoil things with greed and that you must get there. what you have done, many politicians have not been able to achieve it. So why not concentrate, build what you can build? But to be very candid, I've never really thought of it. With all the politicians that were governors at 1999 till date, how many of them has as much stand like Asiwaju Bola Tinubu? If you can tell me, for instance, we know of James Ibori. James Ibori was the governor of Delta State. He ended up in prison, and even the matter is still being debated whether the money that came due to the one he stole, if he should go to Delta State or Attorney General should pocket the money. So these are some of the things being discussed. But all being said, Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu, you have done well for yourself, to be very candid. And now you want to allow APC to rubbish you. This concerned Nigerians, this group of people that have called themselves concerned Nigerians, have looked at the terrain and have seen that they may just want to rubbish you because they are trying to outshine you, trying to make sure that you do not get to that post. What does it lead to? Insult. You've done well. There are governors, senators, the president. What about the vice president? Loyal to you to an extent. Although we know the president is bigger than your cage now, we know. However, you've done well for yourself, politically speaking. How many of the 1999 governors are still very relevant like you are today? And I think I share, in their opinion to you. Now, what they have done is called an advice. You don't have to take it. You don't have to. No, you don't have to. But at the end of the day, it would be nice for you to consider. Consider being that you have looked at it left, right, and center. Is it advantageous? Is there something could they be telling the truth? Could I be making a mistake? Is there something I should have done? Am I taking this too far? What could I put in place to ensure that I do not rubbish myself? Because the truth of the matter is, we saw a bit of that when you did it, with Governor Godwin Obaseki, the executive governor of Edo State, at his second tenor's election. You came on national TV, sitting outside in somewhere like looks like your garden, and you were speaking, saying that Nigerians should not, especially Edo State, should not support Obaseki because Obaseki was not there when people were fighting democracy. And that gave a serious backlash, because the person you supported then, Ize Yamu, did not win the election. We all know how that turned out. So, again, there is another opportunity for you to make a mistake. Are you going to take it or leave it? Are you going to say, I'm not going to fall for this temptation? I'm going to do the right thing? Or are you going to say, you know what? Let's struggle it out. I don't mind being disgraced. The option they will say, the opinion is left for you. Leave us a comment. Please don't forget to like us, share, subscribe. God bless you. Have a good day. Bye for now.